I have worked with primarily one director who very much wants to be involved in that process. It does become a little more complicated because I don't have any time away to do it. Generally, directors don't have the patience.
Mm, mm.
And so you can do what you're saying, but it also is very important. I work with one colorist. I don't know if you work primarily with Joe Goller at Harbor, and he's wonderful to mediate questions, because generally what happened in film for me was they would give notes, I would give notes, and maybe my notes weren't exactly their notes. But when I got my notes in and then they come back and look at it the next day, they go, yeah, see, that's what I wanted. That's great. And I
Yeah.
never said that it wasn't exactly what you said
Yeah.
at that time. Because I'm sure you've dealt with this. They see one aspect of the image, let's say a white shirt, and that shirt is a little magenta or warm, and they fixate on that and not see the overall image, that if you correct the overall image, yes, it's going to change the shirt, but I don't want to change the whole image for that shirt. Now, it's true digitally, you can go in and change that part of the image. But I just find they obviously don't have as much experience or time in that process, so they don't understand the language. Because I still talk in the same language I talk about in film, and like you brought up, talking about points or towards exposure or towards color. We understand that. And this is another interesting aspect that I wanted to bring up, and that's what's happened in the film world and why there's so many complications now in the film world against the digital world that make it complicated, more complicated, is you don't get printer lights anymore. I mean, new lab, even the lab in New York, that's a Kodak lab, it infuriates me that they don't give you printer lights because they don't have an analyzer anymore, because they don't want to spend the time, even if you said, I'll pay for the time,